Okay, another technique that's more associated with rock is tapping. Now, tapping's been around forever. There's old classical pieces where one note will be tapped by the musician playing one of these things that's written in the 1800s or something. But it wasn't really until Eddie Van Halen came around and made a big thing out of it. So, but the taps I use, are not. It's not like a Jennifer Batten or a Randy Hetledge kind of a solo where he's just all over the place. I use these very simply. Um, there was a singer, guitar player, singer named Tommy Johnson in the period of the Delta in the 30s and 40s, and one of the characteristics about his voice was he would jump into falsettis or his falsetto voice, and this was very common in the Delta period. If you listen to Sonny Terry, man, he just was all over the place. Um, but anyway, you can kind of get that same sort of sound. These are taken from field hollers, which was a way that a slave in one camp could communicate with another one by using this high falsetto voice and just call out to the other guy, and then he would answer too. But so this is the way I use these. Besides, I can't play that real fast stuff anyway. But anyway, like if you hear Tommy Johnson, his voice will sound something like this. Okay, so that kind of thing can give you a real crying sort of a sound when you do these. I I have a little bit of distortion on right now because you really need the help with the sustain on these. Okay, so the way to do this, like for example here, I'm doing this. Boy, that amp is noisy. Anyway, like I'm taking this. I'm in A. Okay, and I'm taking this seventh fret of the third string, which is D. Now I'm bending this up to an E. Now the note that I want to sound is this A up here. But since I'm bending this up a whole step, I got to do the tap a half step below. Okay, so yeah, whatever note that you're going to tap, you're going to have to tap it down. Like this one I did here was a half step. I want this C sharp to sound here, so I'm going to tap it a half step below. Oops. Okay, so that sounds very sad, very lonely, and very, kind of crying like. And it, I think it's really effective for, especially in slow blues. You listen to Tommy Johnson and it almost makes you cry. Was it Robert Plant said that Tommy Johnson was his main inspiration. And, you hear this, you listen to Freddie King. I mean, he's always jumping way up in the falsetto. So I think that, this kind of works with it very well, although you don't see very much. But anyway, it's the type of thing, if you don't use it too much, it's going to work real good. But now, one thing I did this last time. Okay, what I did there is I took the string here and bent it up. Okay, did a little pull off and let it slide back down. Okay, and that has a very good effect too. Now you can play these just about anywhere, and they're going to work to some degree. Ah, come on. Got to be careful that you don't have your sleeve doing what's doing here right now. Okay, so when you get that note up there, let it sound and then put a little bit of tremolo on right afterwards. Okay, now I'm also doing this pull off like that, and then a reverse bend, and it's going to really sound like someone is really singing some blues. Okay, let's see. There's really not too much more I can tell you about that, but I do think it is a real good effect.